Hello and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Ricky, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Elion. My pronouns are she, her, and Elion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Rush Fairus, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Tirali of House Regara, an Earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded. Side jobs. We are going to be starting up the side sessions here, which this one I am calling, what did I actually write it down here? Baby Sister's Day Out.
Yeah.
It is me and Britt. This is for Resh Ferris's side session. So, the day is the... Actually, you know what? Before we get into this, I have a question for you, Britt. Do you have an idea of when that Ferris was born?
When Ferris was born?
Yeah. Was it like springtime? Was it summer?
I
winter?
was gonna go with springtime because she's wood aspected, and I thought that would make sense and be kind of neat.
Okay. You know, fair. I dig that. It is currently the 24th of descending fire. It is the hottest point of the year. And especially in the south, it's bad. Luckily, though, the gang and everyone got together and got the funds to... Well, not the funds. Basically, got together and using through sorcery and everything else, basically got the temperature control unit for their floor fixed. So, despite it being, I don't want to say basically on fire outside, but it does kind of feel like that. You are enjoying whatever is a very cool temperature for Fairus to be at. The rest of the gang, for the most part, has left to go and do their own business, to go deal with things, or to just kind of go and see the city. As that Chiaroscuro is preparing for calibration. What does Fairus do in her off time to just kind of like chill out and enjoy? Like, you know, we've seen you working your hardest to make money and defending people and shooting a lot of arrows at things and even saving a child here and there. But what do you do in your off time when you're relaxing?
Honestly, she's probably working on, like, I would imagine Ferris kind of works out, like, stretches and stuff. She's probably working on, like, new dance routines with Zeke and, like, practicing shit. That way they can make bank or whatever.
Okay.
I feel like one of her little side hustles, just like Ricky does the whole, oh, your house is haunted, let me fix it for you. Ferris just kind of does, like, street performances.
That makes sense. And then Zeke usually goes and picks the pockets of the people who don't want to actually give you change.
Yeah.
Has Fairus gotten into any other larger scale crimes since we've seen her save a group of people from the guild who were going to be sold into slavery.
I'd like to think that she maybe has done other like heists or missions, but nothing to that level.
A heist or a mission is something that you pull off every month or two, not necessarily every week.
Yeah, it's not like I'm chilling out and I'm gonna go pull off a heist type thing. It's all right, I have this Tuesday off. I'm gonna plan to do this heist, and then maybe my next heist will be next month. Nothing like this is an all day, every day type thing.
You and Zeke are practicing a new dance routine that you've come up with. Out in the main office, the matriarch and one of the captains, probably Desert Bloom, are going over paperwork and accounting to make sure that anything that is obviously criminal is well hidden on the books. You know, people know that you're part of the gang, but you still have to kind of play to law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody appreciates what you all do for the common people compared to the guild who would just take advantage of them. If you could, so do you think that Fairus is doing the dance number in the main office, or is she kind of practicing in her own quarters that she has, since, you know, you all have an entire floor of a skyscraper?
I think if there's no one else there, she wouldn't honestly care. I don't think she really has a preference. It's just wherever she is, and she probably does stuff like as she's doing other things. So like if she goes to the main office quarters to grab paperwork, she's probably doing some kind of weird backflips or dance moves just as she moves about the whole area.
Okay. Could you give me a perception and awareness roll, and I'll give you 2 extra dice for just kind of letting me know what you do.
And with 2 extra is 9.
All right, fantastic. So you go out of through the hallways. You're helping the matriarch and Desert Bloom basically clean up, get ready for any big meetings, any big stuff that they have to do for calibration. The matriarch is kind of showing you like where to file things, like kind of not demanding that you do stuff, but every now and again is like basically being like, oh, can you take that over to Ricky's office? Can you take that over to Elian's office? Like kind of like having you kind of be like the gopher right now. And like, she is appreciative of like your the kind of the way that you're going about it in kind of this jovial tone with like your dancing and your backflips and yada yada. She has been known on occasion to actually join you, and she is a fairly competent dancer.
And who is this again?
This is matriarch Goesatara Sorrow.
Goesatara Sorrow.
She is the leader of the family. She's basically, as far as importance goes, she's right to you. She's right under your brother.
Oh.
Yeah. She's the one who, I know that's been a little bit. She's the one who during Act 1, you all were trying to get the building, the floor to impress. She's basically your boss.
Yeah, okay. I vaguely remember that. I knew we were trying to get that for someone, and I couldn't remember her name, but I knew it was a female.
So she has you going back and forth, and after a little bit, after like a few trips on maybe like the trip, you catch something in the corner of your eye, and it takes a little bit for you to recognize that there is a very similar to your own form, leaning up against a wall around a corner, kind of idly spinning a dagger in his hand. Like you turn a corner and you're kind of surprised to see that your older brother, Resh Balar, is there.
Okay, so I imagine as Fairus is kind of doing her thing, not really like caring if there's other people there, but not really caring if they're like watching or anything. Probably goes to round a corner to go through a doorway that she probably thinks is, unoccupied, and almost like smacks into him and catches herself right before she smacks into him.
Yeah, pretty much. His natural stealth is like a 5, so like that's why I asked you to roll awareness to see if you actually like saw him or like had to be surprised.
Oh, he's just as sneaky as I am.
Yeah. He's pretty good at being a criminal.
So as she catches herself, she just kind of like stops, and she doesn't like look embarrassed or anything, just more surprised that she didn't notice him there.
He grins and looks to you, and kind of like the dagger that he was spinning, he like sheathes it by his hip. And then looks like Sorrow's got you working your butt off. But I already talked with her, you're taking the rest of the day off.
The rest of the day?
Yeah, you're spending the rest of the day with me.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Fairus has like stuff in her hand, so she's probably gonna go over and like set it down somewhere.
Wow, that was a lot easier than I thought. I thought you were gonna put up a fight.
I don't always want to fight with you.
Well, that would make one sibling that doesn't want to always fight with me. By the way, he like pulls out a like a small cloth bag. It's maybe like the size of like a it might have like a mug or something in it. Like it's very like kind of tiny and has like a small ribbon on it. And he like hands it to you. He's like, "Hey, I know I missed it this year, but happy birthday."
Aw. She's gonna have a super huge grin as she takes it from him, and just kind of gives him a mischievous look and be like, "I knew you didn't forget. I just assumed that you were gonna make it something big and special." And she's gonna joke while she's saying it, and she'll open it right there in front of him.
I wouldn't say it's something big, but yeah, it's special. I had some of the seamstresses I know back in Great Forks rig this up for you. When you open it up, and what you pull out is a new performing outfit for Zeke. What is the kind of like performance outfit that Fairus would want Zeke to have?
I always pictured Zeke having like a little, maybe not velvet, but like a satin vest, like ferret-sized satin vest with a little bow tie that matches, and then sometimes a top hat, sometimes not, but it like has a string so it stays on his head.
Well, I hardly think they would need a string to stay on his head. He is an intelligent animal.
Yeah, but he doesn't have like, ferrets' heads aren't really like easy to hold a hat on because they're kind of flat on top.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to trust you, the animal expert of our group. you basically pull that out, a little vest, a bow tie, and a hat with a string on it. And it also has some little ferret gloves,
Oh my goodness.
kind of like for all four of his little feet to muffle the sound that he makes. It's not going to give like a statistical bonus, but it is going to be very adorable, which is basically the same thing.
Oh my goodness. That is adorable. I can see it now. He's a fancy ferret.
Yeah, I remember you eyeing that before you left for down south, so I had them. I had some of the seamstresses back in Great Forks make one of those to Zeke's specifications.
This is perfect, and he's going to love it, and she'll give him a hug.
He hugs back and is just kind of generally pleased with this. All right, then. So, what's good to do in town?
I out of character don't really know what's good to do in town.
So, as a good reminder of the things, because I know that it has literally been almost a year since we started this campaign, and we did take multiple breaks. Some of the things that are good to do in town are obviously the gambling hall, the host club, the inn that your partner in crime, Divine, has. There is also multiple, like, just kind of, if it's a fun thing to do, you can probably find it in the undermarket. There are horse races going on pretty consistently around this time of year, as the Delzin nomads are around. There are food carts just all around the city that you can go and visit. Community theater kind of stuff going on. Sometimes there, so like, if you wanted to see a play, I'm sure that you guys could find something. If you guys wanted to go listen to some music, I'm sure you could find something. Hell, if you wanted to go to a martial arts tournament, there's at least one dojo that we canonically know about in.
I probably am not going to mention the host club, because I think he was there. Wasn't he there when we did the grand opening? Or did he leave before then? Well, either way, I don't think Fairus would bring that up just because she, it's not that she doesn't like the host club or anything like that. It's not that. And she has nothing against, like, Divine or anything like that. But it's like one of those, like, ew, that's his, so we're not going to go there type thing.
Yeah, it's basically like, why would I go back to work on my day off?
Pretty much. I did see that Christina suggested the food at Minami's. I definitely think that would be a good place to start getting, like, food.
Okay. Yeah, that
and
works.
Then probably, honestly, hitting up the dojo would be interesting.
Okay. So a day at the Desert Basilisk, and then possibly going to see the Renal family dojo.
Yeah.
You all head on out through the city, from the old city out to the new city. It is hot out. I cannot stress how just not great that it feels. I don't want to say not great. It is a port city on one of the hottest days of the year. So, like, you got that humidity going, you got the heat from the south coming up. The pole of fire is acting feisty today. There's a few people that you all pass who are complaining about not being able to get ice. But generally speaking, it's just kind of it's just kind of like the same walk that you've done 100 times before to get to the Desert Basilisk.
I assume that Fairus goes there quite frequently.
If you wanted to, yeah.
Well, she likes Minami. He's a cool dude. And he helped her not go alone to the grand opening of the host club, so
that is true.
he's a cool dude. Plus, now that he's got superpowers, he could probably make banging food. More banging than it was.
I mean, he already made some of the best food in town. Now it's just has a chance to give you statistical bonuses.
See, even better than it was.
You walk into the Desert Basilisk. It is about lunchtime, so it is fairly busy. But as that you walk in, there is the holler of Minami from the back as it, you open the door and the little bell above the door jingles and just goes, "Oh, I'll be there in a fucking minute. Just give me a moment." The rest of the crowd is either the regular lunch crowd that are, the faceless, nameless people, but no one is, it's no one that you know personally that like stands out.
Gotcha.
You guys go. There's an open booth that's reserved for members of the family, and you two go and sit down. I take it.
Yeah, I'd probably just head straight over that direction.
Do you take the seat that is facing the kitchen, or do you let your brother?
Is one facing the kitchen and one facing the like front door?
Yeah. One's facing the kitchen, one's facing the front door.
I would probably pick the one facing the kitchen and let him have the one facing the front door.
Okay.
Because I assume he can, if anything were to happen, he could like throw that dagger at somebody. Whereas I don't know if I'd be able to, if I even brought my bow, but like be able to pull anything out that fast anyways.
You are a dragon-blooded. I promise you that you could pull something out that fast.
Okay, you know what? Fair. I get it now. Either way, though.
Okay. You see, so you guys sit down for a moment. Oh, okay. Desert Basilisk. Good food. Haven't been here in a few months. So you all have good relations with the local South family then?
I would say so.
That's good. It's good to hear that people are getting along. I've had issue with trying to think of a nice way to put this. Your boss and Captain Grimbreeze not getting along recently, so
Captain who?
Grimbreeze, the wait, let me make sure that I'm referring to them right. Let me look up my own notes.
And is this someone that like I would actually know, or is this my first time like hearing this name? Is this our first time hearing this name in general?
I think this is y'all's first time actually hearing this name in general. You actually would not know about them right now. And I meant to say Leader Grimbreeze.
Leader Grimbreeze.
You know that leader is the gender neutral term that someone would use if they were to refer to someone in like Sorrow's position.
Okay.
So it's so leader is the gender neutral term of like patriarch or matriarch.
Okay.
It's good to know. Yeah, you and your boss and Grimbrees have not been getting along lately. I've been having to deal with missives from the both of them, trying to cut the other metaphorically.
Any particular reason why they aren't getting along?
Sorrow, and has my support for this, just to let you know, believes that it's in our best interest to recruit from the populace, even if that they do not have the dragon's blessing. Grimbreeze, on the other hand, thinks that the entire family, like everyone, like if you are to be included in the family, should only be a dragon-blooded.
I mean, if you're playing the power game, that makes sense. But at the same time, having non-dragon blessed people would be more beneficial in the long run.
That's what I keep saying, and it would be hard to keep recruitment up if we don't recruit from basically you need people to do other things. You can't have a bunch of dragon blooded and then just go, oh well, we need someone to go and collect from the descending earth street. Most princes of the earth would say, oh, that's below me, and then just get someone else to do it. So literally we're just it's such a headache, because I get what I get why that they want it, because they want to have an army to start fighting the guild, but like you need actual people. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Fairus.
Hey, don't apologize to me. It's good to know what's going on.
Yeah, speaking about what's going on, Manami calls from the kitchen. Hey, Fairus, what do you and your date want? I would like to note that Manami cannot see who's in the other, who's facing the door.
It makes sense why you asked who was sitting where. I mean, Fairus would probably start laughing just like that. And then once she stops, she'll shout back, he's not a date. A lot more important than that.
Oh, shit. Did your brother finally marry you off then?
Oh my
you
god.
can see Reshbalar is like, his hands are like sinking into his head. His head is sinking into his hands, and like there's like this deep blush on him.
I don't know how to respond to that. Again, she'll shout back, not quite, but maybe you should come out and meet this person.
Yeah, okay. Well then make sure you got your orders ready. Manami takes a little bit and comes out. All right, so Fairus, what is the big deal that you got me out of? Oh shit! Balar looks to him. Manami. Oh, tyrant. Yo, I'm so sorry. I thought she was bringing a date with her. That's what Ricky told me.
No, not a date. And, do you really believe everything Ricky tells you?
I mean, yeah, sometimes. I mean, he's done me a couple solids already. Yeah, no, I mean, he did break me out of jail, so, I kind of give him a lot of trust, I mean, you did it too when I was declared, don't like to talk about it with the rest of the people around, but appreciate you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. And no problem. As you can see, it's not a date or a, betrothed. Just a family lunch.
Yeah, I can see that. Tell you what, I'll go get the I'll go get you both your favorites.
Excellent. Thank you.
So, question for you, Britt. What is Ferris's favorite food that she gets at the Desert Basilisk? You can just make up whatever food you want. I can guarantee you that Manami can cook it.
I was gonna say, I was thinking of just like a something, because I think I made Ferris a vegetarian. So whatever, like rice and probably like a good old vegetable ramen type dish, vegetable soup or whatever they would make in this area of whatever.
A delicious vegetable curry.
Perfect.
So it takes a little bit, and then Manami comes back out with your food for you and for you and Balar.
As he sets the food down, Ferris is still grinning from the interaction from earlier because she thought it was quite funny. She's gonna, let him set it all down and stuff, and then, thank you, Manami. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Glad that I could help you and the boss. I'm gonna finish up the lunch rush, and then I'm gonna go back upstairs to go help out go help out my boss. She's in town, so she's got me doing all the dirty work and everything.
Alrighty, thank you again. And she'll kind of give him a friendly wave.
You have some of the most interesting. You always attract the most interesting people to you. You know that, right?
Well, you got to keep interesting people around to keep life interesting. You don't want boring people. It's no fun that way.
I see. So yeah, that makes sense. You've really taken Mom's advice to heart then, haven't you?
I try to every day.
First off, I'm going to let you know that whatever that you just said, with you have to keep interesting people around to lead an interesting life, I'm going to say that from here on out, that is a saying of your mom.
Okay.
Oh, I should probably preface this. Your mom used to be the leader of the clan. Okay, I just wanted to preface that so that you knew that, like, Resh Ferris is absolutely like a mafia princess.
Yeah.
Speaking of mom, good news. I was doing some work on her, and she's finally got some mobility in her. She can get around the estate without as much assistance.
That's good news. Good to hear.
To fill you in, Britt, out of character, because I'm not sure that you read the notes on the. Your mom had to retire from being the leader of the clan. Like, she wasn't killed; she retired herself because she took an injury that basically left her like kind of crippled.
I read, I think, mostly everything on that like world builder thing that you gave us originally, but that was also over a year ago. So I'd have to read it again to refresh my memory on things.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help refresh.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so mom can now get around the estate pretty, I wouldn't say easily, but we don't need to have the live-in nurse anymore.
Good. I'm really happy to hear that.
Yeah, I'm really happy about it too. It means that I don't have to keep firing so many of them.
I'm assuming they're just not doing a good job.
Oh, they were doing a good job. You know how mom is. She's well, I mean, there's a reason that there's four of that there's you and three other siblings.
Fair point. Hey, look, sometimes life gets a little boring.
Yeah, you could say that. Trust me, there's going to be no shortage of boring coming here soon. So we we've decided that Chiaroscuro is going to be the Chiaroscuro during calibration is going to be the place of the next major family meeting. That's why I'm in town, actually. That's why that a lot of the heads of the families are going to be in town.
Okay.
It's also why Manami's boss is in town, and yeah, just be careful.
Got it. So no crazy missions or big pranks or anything to draw attention to myself.
Well, I didn't say that. Just if you're going to do any big crazy missions or anything, just try to include some of the other families with you for you don't want we want to make sure that we're not like stepping on each other's toes.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, like I know that we have the law about not fighting each other, but like if say you saw a good score over calibration and then the Ezath family also saw a good score, but you all weren't communicating and it happened to be the same score, there might be like a few blades drawn before we realize that we're fighting each other and not the guild.
So hard feelings.
Yeah, also I would definitely prefer it if that you were not like killed or taken hostage or put in a manor for an extended amount of time because someone from another family thought that it would be funny.
Okay. Fair. I will be careful.
I appreciate it. So you guys talk for a little bit about some other just kind of like I don't want to say unimportant things, but like unless of course if there's anything else that you want to talk to him about specifically, he's going to like you guys are going to just kind of finish up your food.
Sounds good to me. I'm sure we just do a lot of small talk, catching up on each other's busy life or whatever, and having some quality sibling time.
Oh, by the way, I'm still working on getting it through some context and everything, but I do have an actual birthday present for you coming soon.
Okay. I appreciate it.
It's going to take at least until after calibration before it can get to you.
Okay. Well, I will look forward to it.
So, you guys finish up your food. No charge, obviously, for his boss, and you guys head on out. What was the other thing that you wanted to go and check out?
Probably like if dinner or lunch or whatever was just like the biggest thing to get all the main information out, I'm cool with it. But if there was more, I was thinking about doing the dojo.
You go to the Renal Dojo. Obviously, you've been in Chiaroscuro for actually close to a year now. You know that this is where that Elian and Elian's family and anyone who practices their martial art kind of meets up and hangs out and kind of lives. Elian is not there currently, but you've met Elian's parents, and they're nice enough. We'll wait until another time to explore them. They're currently out prepping for something else. They have one of their other students watching the dojo while that they're out helping prep for calibration.
Okay. You said I've met Elian's parents?
I would honestly, after almost a year of being in Chiaroscuro, I would find it odd if you hadn't.
Okay, fair.
So you go in, and there is currently basically a demonstration going on. Basically, there's some sparring going on between a few different martial arts styles. The main one that's practiced at this dojo is, of course, the one that Elian uses. But there are a few others that from around the city that do come here to practice and spar with each other. There is definitely a friendly bit of competition going on, as a bunch of mortals who have each been taught different martial arts are basically doing what they do. Gathered around the dojo as it's bringing a little bit of a crowd to watch the spectacle. There are a few people of note here. As that you come in, there are two people of note that stand out in this crowd to you. Do you want the guy or the girl first?
Let's do the guy.
Perfect choice anyway, because it's very hard to miss this guy. Sitting on the inside of the on the inner area of the dojo, like you guys are kind of coming in from like where it opens up to the outside. You see a man that is very wide, with pale white skin and no hair on his head, with multiple like tattoos that go like along his along his skull and everything.
Very wide person.
Yes, he's very wide, and he appears, as far as you can tell, to be sitting down, despite the fact that his head is about where that like everybody else's head is who's standing up.
Oh God, this guy's fucking huge.
You can see near him, like along the wall behind him, is a massive weapon that looks like that it's just a piece of rock that was put onto a hilt.
Does it kind of look like a bat or a hammer?
It looks like if a sword had just been drawn right out of the rock that made it.
Oh, okay.
It is massive and imposing.
Is it sharp?
You'd have to go over there to find out.
Okay.
The other person that you notices you first as that you walk in, who hollers from the other side and like interrupting the sparring match, and comes like with kind of like a fiery demeanor to her, starts like pushing through people like, hey, get out of my way. Come on, out of my way. I got business over here. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Like, it's just being very, very rude about it and like getting people out of her way. As that you can hear the telltale fiery voice of your older sister and your brother's twin.
Oh.
Resh Fellar is your brother's twin in just about every aspect except for her aspect. She exalted as a fire aspect.
And what was Balar?
He's a wood aspect like you.
Oh, okay. Does she look angry? Or does she look like she's just, like, wanting to get over to us?
She looks like she's wanting to get over to you.
Okay, so not, like, angry and ready to fight us.
Correct.
Okay, good.
Yo, what the hell? You all didn't tell me that you were coming over to see the martial arts. You said that you were just take baby sister out for like a nice day out and like just kind of like just enjoy the town. But no, you came out and wanted to come and see the sparring and everything. Oh, like I didn't invite you to come here yesterday.
Is she talking to Bilar?
She is talking to Bilar, but you are welcome to interject.
I'll probably just kind of like awkwardly put my hand up and be like, well, it was my idea to come here. So
as soon as that she hears you pipe up, her demeanor changes. And for the better. Like not like changes like I'm super angry. Like she turns to you and treats you like the baby sister that you are to her. Oh, hey, Fairus. So you decided to come here? Oh man, it's so good to see you actually getting like interested in like the martial arts. It's like so nice that you are taking after me. And she kind of like poses and like looks up to Belar.
oh yeah, I just wanted to check it out because I haven't been over here yet and thought it would be a good place to, I guess, hang out.
Oh yeah, it's a great place to hang out, but you know, we got some company. And she like rolls her eyes towards the big guy on the other side.
And who is that? She's gonna ask, kind of looking towards that direction, but not like actively showing that she's staring at him.
Even if you were staring at him, he probably wouldn't notice. He's very, very enraptured by the display of martial arts. That over there is Patriarch Gagari Karsa.
And I'm assuming he's also here for that meeting?
That is correct. Your brother kind of goes, yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised to see him here. And your sister immediately pipes in. What brother's trying to say is he didn't send the invite to him.
Oh. So someone else probably told him.
Well, technically they're not a branch of the family, so they don't have to be at thanks. I know that I brought it up last year, but to basically to fill you in, the Gagari family is the Wetworks family. They're the people who do all the assassination-y stuff.
Oh, okay. It's all starting to come back to me.
Yeah, they're the people who, if you need a motherfucker killed who you're not supposed to kill, that's who you're gonna call.
Gotcha, not the Ghostbusters.
Why'd you pick this dojo?
Oh, I picked this dojo because it is Elian's, or owned by Elian's family. Thought I'd check it out.
Oh, okay, yeah. Elian, that's one of your family members, right?
Yeah, they are part of the family.
Falar looks up to her brother and goes, "See, I told you I do read the notes you send me sometimes. Only when they're about interesting things, like what's happening to our little sister, but I do read the notes." And he just like smacks his head like with the palm of his hand so hard that it actually almost sounds like the strike of fists like that's happening in the dojo. And he's just like, if only I wish that you and our little brother could have gotten Mother's smarts like me and Fairus did, because you all make my job like so rough sometimes. I just need you to read the notes.
Is the little brother also fire aspected?
Your little brother Norek is also fire aspected.
Ha!
He is him and Fellar are known for having tempers.
That makes sense.
Your little brother more so than your older sister. Like, to the point that there are rumors going around that the only reason that he was promoted to captain is so that your sister could keep a closer eye on him to make sure he stopped breaking laws.
Oh, that's funny.
As that you guys are catching up, is there anything that you want to ask your sister before I have a thing happen? Or is there anything else you want to ask either of them catch up on anything about?
I'm sure Fairus and Philar are gonna probably catch up a little bit. Not as much as she did with Balar, but just a little bit of the cool things here and there before getting into whatever's happening next.
Pilar looks to you and goes, "Hey, can you do me a favor the next time you see your whole group?
Yeah, what's up?
Make sure that they know that during calibration, during Jupiter Day, the third day, there's going to be a big family meeting. And you all are, if you all could make it, that's kind of the hope, is that we're going to go over all the stuff for the year on Jupiter Day.
On Jupiter Day, big family meeting, be there or be square. Got it."
He gives you a thumbs up, and as he does that, you see as that he gives you a thumbs up, there is the sound of cutting. There's the sound of weirdness going on, like basically like of something being dragged across another thing. And there is now someone who is barely able to fit inside of the dojo, like with their head just kind of cocked to the side, striding through the crowd towards the mat. And they are dragging that large sword with them.
Is that the guy that when he's sitting down, he's still taller than all of us?
Yep.
The patriarch dude?
Yep, that is Gagari Karsa. As far as anyone knows, he is the only patriarch who is not exalted.
Oh.
Just getting to captain level without being exalted is hard enough as it is.
I mean, he is a pretty big dude, though, so...
Even with that, the other big guy in the other big name guy, Ashen Mountain, has only ever risen to captain, and that's only because he knows. That's only because basically his best friend is the patriarch of that clan.
Is this guy bigger than Mountain?
He is bigger than Mountain by a few feet.
Good God, how tall is this dude? You said his head is like cocked to the side when he stands up, right?
Yeah. And this dojo is made for people with essence to be able to like fly around and basically like leap over people.
How'd he get into the fucking door?
Carefully.
Did he like crawl in? I feel like it would look like someone trying to get through like a doggy door, like a regular sized person trying to get through a doggy door.
He moves to the center of the mat and looks to the person who just finished this sparring. Sets his sword down, which when it sets down, you get the same feeling that you got as when Glass Wasp like beat their wings. Like it shakes the foundation. And he points to this guy with one meaty finger. You, me, fight. There is a fight that breaks out between this guy and a random sparring partner who came by the Renal Dojo.
Like a fight or like a sparring fight?
What it's like a sparring fight.
Okay.
Britt, if you could please roll me another perception and awareness roll as you watch this fight. Fantastic. So, with a deep, booming voice and everything, it's hard not to draw your attention to this guy and what he wants to do. He has a commanding presence. The other person bows to him, takes a fighting stance, and you can tell that this other person is certainly special in some way. Maybe they are the descendant of a god or an elemental or maybe even a fair folk. Because they are able to harness the necessary essence to actually use martial arts charms. You can see the swirling essence in their palm that you've seen Elian do many, many times before. And despite your awareness and being able to see things very well, you see this guy run towards Karsa, and you have no idea what happened afterwards as this guy gets flung backwards into the wall, crashes into it, and falls unconscious to the ground.
The guy that was fighting Karsa?
Yes, the guy that was fighting Karsa.
Oh. That guy just got bitch slapped.
Karsa picks up his sword, his hunk of stone, lifts it up just enough that it's not dragging across the ground anymore, pushes through the crowds, and exits onto the street. And the only thing that you hear as that he passes by you and your siblings is, "Afternoon, boss. Trying to find a good fight here." And he leaves to go try and find that good fight.
Oh. Okay, then.
Are there any other things that you would like to do on Fairus Day Out?
I think she would just spend the rest of the day catching up with, I guess, both her brother and her sister. And then trying to figure out and get whatever information she can and just, having a nice time with her family. Maybe doing some sparring or whatever, but nothing big. I feel like they would just do like sibling things where they poke fun at each other the whole time.
Oh, they absolutely do. I think that there's definitely less poking fun at you and more poking fun at each other between the two of them.
Oh, I'm down for that, though.
But eventually the day ends, everything comes to a conclusion, and your brother's going, and you know that your brother is going to be in town at least through Calibration.
Cool beans.
With that said, unless of course there's anything else you want to do, that concludes Baby Sister's Day Out. Thank you all for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not give us a follow on Twitter for more updates as to when we'll be releasing episodes. You can also give us a like or review on your podcast app of choice. Just a few quick button clicks and you can help us defeat the dreaded algorithm boss. The theme song for this game was Main Theme by Alexander Nakarada, copyright 2019, used under a Creative Commons license. And hey, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice. You all did kind of get me broken out of jail when I got declared Y'all did break me out of jail when I. Wow, where's this fucking accent going? Who even knows?
I didn't want to call it out like verbally, so I wrote it in chat.
I think what made it funnier was reading it in chat.
Oh, speaking of, good news. I was able to get some of. Wow, I don't know why I'm slipping into Manami's accent here. Let me retry that with the actual character. Oh, so good idea. Wow. So, and if I could pull up my notes, it would be great. Give me just a moment.
I think the one thing I never decided on was if Elion had.
That's still something that you can decide on.
Yeah, the most I did for that type of background was just say, yeah, that's my brother, so the rest of it just kind of filled in. Also, I'm pretty sure that him asking Fairus not to, like, get kidnapped or, like, hidden or anything like that, definitely some kind of foreshadowing, and if it's not, I would be very surprised.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for it.
Okay, so
It's the dog.